Hey, what is up guys, it's Diego back in the video. Today I am here on Jurassic Outpost because they recently released a new article talking about a new Jurassic World game that's apparently coming out soon. Now this is a Universal Pictures trademarked video game, which is very exciting because that actually means it's official. Now, I was going to do a video earlier this week before this news came out, pretty much talking about a new fan-made game that was recently, I guess, released. It was called Jurassic Park S. It's kind of a strange name. I'm assuming it was more of a temporary name. I don't know anything about this game. I was going to play it because I ended up seeing some gameplay video of it, and it looked really cool. It looked like it could have had potential to be some sort of open world Jurassic Park game where you could just kind of walk around on the island and look around and search for things. And again, this is a fan-made game, so I'm assuming if the devs had any more time to work on it, they could have had a lot of other stuff a part of it, and that would have been really cool. But I was basically going to make that video for the whole purpose of pointing something out that is kind of an issue here that's been pointed out many times when it comes to Universal Studios and Jurassic World, and that's just the fact that they won't take advantage of providing more content in terms of video games when it comes to Jurassic World. Because when it comes to Jurassic World, we don't have a whole lot, and in terms of video games, that is, we have a lot of merchandise, we have a lot of, we have the movies, obviously, and we're getting some shows, we're getting some spin-off series coming up here. We got Battle at Big Rock, that was a spin-off short film. We have Camp Cretaceous coming out this August, which is actually really cool, and it's been revealed that there's another Jurassic World, a live-action Jurassic World TV show that's in the works currently. But in terms of video games, we only have 4 titles, and I'm not going to go through this whole thing again because I went through these titles. I've gone through this several times, so I'm not going to go through it again. All right, you should know the titles. Long story short, we don't have a whole lot of video games when it comes to Jurassic World, okay? And there's a lot of potential for video games when it comes to Jurassic World because a lot of people have thrown out ideas when it comes to what they could potentially make a video game out of, and a lot of them revolve around open world and survival games, and even maybe a horror-based game kind of like Dino Crisis. And it kind of looks like that's what they're finally going for, Jurassic World Aftermath. So one thing I wanted to bring up before we get into the Aftermath news is the fact that I've been kind of judging Universal Studios when it comes to not providing Jurassic World games. But to be fair, back when Jurassic World was released, I think it was around that time, there was actually a Jurassic World title game that was supposed to be released, and it was in June of 2016 that it was supposed to be released, and it was known as Jurassic World Survivor. Now, I don't know much about this Jurassic World game. I didn't do too much research on it, just because since that it was a canceled game, I didn't really want to invest my time researching stuff about it, unless I guess maybe it was for a video, but even then, it had already been covered by other people, so I thought, you know what, I'll just leave it where it's at. I won't even worry about it. But bottom line is, I just don't know much about it. But what I do know is that it was supposed to be some sort of Jurassic World survival game, which is something that many people have wanted. They wanted kind of a Dino Crisis inspired Jurassic World game, right? And that's kind of what I feel like led to Jurassic World Aftermath. Because from what I've seen on Jurassic Outpost, it seems like Jurassic World Aftermath can easily be seen as inspired by Jurassic World Survivor, as it looks like it was trying to be pretty much all of the things that Survivor never got a chance to be, which is great because Survivor was basically everything that we would have wanted to see in a Jurassic World game. Because upon reading the article on Jurassic Outpost, they basically give a short synopsis as to what Jurassic World Survivor was supposed to be. And basically it was supposed to be a third-person open world game in which you got to travel around the island and explore. And that's exactly what it sounds like Jurassic World Aftermath is going to be. Now, according to the article, it seems like the trademark for this game was filed earlier this month on April 14th. And that's pretty much all we really know about this game. That and the fact that the trademark file is very similar to that of Jurassic World Survivor. And I'm not going to read through this whole thing because that is a lot. But one thing that we should point out is this first part. Recorded interactive multimedia software for playing games, downloadable interactive multimedia software for playing games, downloadable software in the nature of a mobile application for playing games, and accessing entertainment content for use with computers, portable handheld digital electronic communication devices, mobile devices, wired and wireless communication devices, and video game consoles. So basically, it seems like they're going to try to make this game on all platforms, or at least that's what it says. This is the description provided for the USPTO for Jurassic World Aftermath, according to this. So if I'm reading this correctly, because this is the first time I'm actually seeing one of these like trademark files, so it just sounds like from here they're just trying to make this game on all 3 platforms, and that's great. I mean, I think that's really cool because it'll give people a chance, you know, to get a chance to play this game. I just happen to know people that probably wouldn't be able to get a chance to play this game on PC or on consoles. So the fact that this game will also be on a mobile application is actually kind of cool. It's just kind of nice to hear about it. And you know, all of this obviously has some relevancy to it, you know, otherwise they wouldn't have put it in this description. But I'm only reading that first part just because I always like it when people go out of their way, you know, game developers go out of their way to at least make this game available on all 3 platforms, because then it's basically guaranteed that you have a chance to play this. And, you know, I get it. The only reason why they're doing it is, you know, for profit, obviously. Once they get on all 3 platforms, it's easier money for people, because, like, then basically more people have access to it and they're willing to spend more money on it. I get not necessarily willing to spend more money on it, but it ups the chances of money being spent on this game. So it makes sense. But from our standpoint, it just makes it, again, a guarantee that we'll be able to play this game one way or another. And, you know, it's kind of why I really like these kind of games. I know some people may not like that aspect of it, but I kind of do. So moving on from that, I kept saying that basically Aftermath sounds like it's going to be an open world game. And that's mainly because, you know, according to what I've been hearing from people in this article, they're basically guessing that Aftermath is going to be kind of like Survivor. Which, if I had to guess, I would say, yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. I think the only reason why Survivor didn't really have a chance is because maybe it was too much of a gamble. I think it's kind of why it took so long for a game like Jurassic World Evolution to come out. Because back then, between that 2015 to 2017 era, before, you know, the announcement of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, yes, well, Jurassic World did well. I think a lot of people were just, you know, in terms of this company, Universal Studios, were just very skeptical on how anything else would do, you know. And I'm not sure about that. I'm not an expert. This is just a guess. Maybe they thought releasing a game just wouldn't do well for a movie that had just gone out, even despite the fact that the movie did do good. So that's kind of where there's holes in that theory. But again, maybe they just didn't want to put the time and effort into it because maybe they were focused on other projects. I don't really know, but I'm assuming that this game did have the potential to be something good. And once they saw how great Jurassic World Evolution did, because despite what people thought of that game, it did very well. It sold like 2 million copies within its first year, I think. And, you know, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money going towards that game. And obviously, I think after Universal saw that, they thought that maybe they should revive Jurassic World Survivor, but instead of reviving it as what it was supposed to be back in 2016, they want to pretty much update it into what it could be now. And I think that's why it's supposed to be Jurassic World Aftermath. And I'm assuming that because they named it Aftermath, it's because they're trying to change the story up a little bit. Especially since people think Aftermath will be what Survivor was going to be. And Survivor had a different story since it was released back in 2016. Its story was going to be revolved around the Indominus Rex escape and you on Isla Nublar, basically pretty much tending to that issue. And given from, you know, the name Jurassic World Aftermath, I'm assuming that maybe it's going to be kind of the same thing, but it could also mean something else. Jurassic World Aftermath could mean the events after maybe Fallen Kingdom, or maybe just after the events of Jurassic World as a whole. Maybe we're going to be different characters and a different story, somehow going back to Isla Nublar, kind of checking out the island, and maybe an open world styled game, and we'll be able to look around on Isla Nublar and encounter various different types of dinosaurs, maybe some new species species, since, you know, when it comes to Universal and Jurassic World, they just love adding in new species. Or that just might be Cullen, but you know what I mean. I don't really know what to expect of this game, but I think one thing I could say that is fairly obvious is the fact that I'm really excited for it. If this game is going to be anything like Jurassic World Survivor, I'm in. I'm hands down excited for it. I'm totally invested into it. I just really hope that they're not going to waste this potential, and they're going to take advantage of the fact that this could be an open world third person experience and not just another park builder simulator or something like that. We have plenty of those. Hopefully Universal will take advantage of this, because I, just like many of you guys, are kind of tired of that and just want something a little bit different when it comes to the Jurassic World franchise in terms of video games. But anyways, guys, I think that's all I have to say about this game. I'm very excited for it. That's, again, very obvious. And I just really want to talk about it today, just because this is just the latest Jurassic World news. We haven't really gotten too many of that lately, just because of what's been going on in our current global issue. But regardless, I am still excited for this. Hopefully, it'll come out soon. Hopefully we'll get some more information on it, and if we do, then I'll go ahead and cover it. And that's pretty much all I have to say for now, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic World news and other cool dinosaur stuff I post on this channel. That's all I have to say for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please have a nice day.